BLVE Live Sports presents The Hot Seat, where the people have a say in how we play pickleball. Sponsored by hosted by today's guests, welcome to the Hot Seat, where the people have a say in how we play pickleball. Today, we have a special guest all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, who's going to be sharing with us a little bit of information about one of the largest pickleball tournaments in the Midwest. This pickleball tournament is called Pickle in the Land, and if you haven't already heard about it, trust me, you want to know about it. I have here with me Bruce Noggle, who is an ambassador for this very large event. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a few things just to get to know him, as well as his involvement in this tournament and what we can expect if you choose to visit and play. So please welcome Bruce. How are you doing, Bruce?
Good afternoon. Doing fine.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with this massive tournament?
Great. Be glad to. I retired a couple years ago and started playing pickleball as a means to, get out and get in shape. And I've been volunteering for the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission for the last 15 years. And they are the organizer and creator of this tournament. And I wanted to participate and play. And then they asked me to be an ambassador for it so that I could help get the word out to potential entrants. And appreciate your time in taking this opportunity for us to get the word to some more people that would be interested in playing, because we all know it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. You meet terrific people. I mean, pickleball people are the best. They're very helpful. They're fun. We're going out to dinner with 25 of them tonight after playing. So we encourage anyone to come to Cleveland, enter the tournament, see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, see the NFL Hall of Fame. A lot of attractions, a lot of sites. Make a weekend of it.
Excellent. So I'm curious to know a little bit about when this, tournament started, and when did you get involved with it? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
It started last year with the first run of the tournament, and the first one's usually the hardest in getting people signed up because they don't know about it. And unfortunately, we played on a concrete surface, which didn't go over well. But we got almost 500 people, and they learned from it and now have 24 true court surfaces that get us away from the concrete. We're already at 484 people as of this morning. And with everybody waiting to the last minute, I can see us getting definitely over 500 and maybe even over 600 participants for this second year, which will be a lot smoother organized. We have court monitors that are on each of the courts to coordinate the efficiency so that people don't have to wait between matches. They can get in and play and not cool off. So they really have improved a lot of the things. As you can imagine, the second year you do a lot better than the first year.
Amazing. So, I'm very curious. This is a very large tournament, and I've done a few tournaments myself: APP, PPA, World Pickleball Tour, Amateur Pickleball Association. There's so many different pickleball tournaments that are out there. But what would you say separates this tournament from all those other tournaments?
Well, what's nice about being in the Midwest is you've got a large population to draw from. So we're hitting, all the states right around Ohio, from Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York. But what's interesting, Damien, we're getting teams from 19 states. There's some folks coming from Washington State. There's people coming from Nevada, Georgia, Arizona, Wyoming, in addition to the states in the Midwest. So it really gives you an opportunity. I mean, I was in one of these tournaments and I played some guys from Ireland, and I played some guys from Alabama.
Across the
We actually
board.
have a couple folks coming from 2 foreign countries. So it was really cool to play international type folks and meet them and hit it off. Even the guy from Ireland went and bought a flowered shirt so he could wear one like mine. So what makes it unique is its drawing power. And the Sports Commission is a professional sports organizational group. They organize women's Final Four here in Cleveland. They do all kinds of NCAA tournaments. So they know how to make it efficient, know how to make it organized, know how to make it a good time, and provide the players opportunities to go to the Hall of Fames and different things that are here in Cleveland.
Wow. So it sounds like it's not just a tournament, it's a chance to interact with players from within the states, internationally, and of course, people can enjoy all the other tourist attractions that come along with the city itself. So that sounds great. Um, so I'm curious to know, you said it was the Sports Commission, and that's kind of like the main kind of force that's kind of orchestrating all of this. But were there any other people that kind of came together to help put this tournament together? And who were those people, and what was their involvement?
The organization that owns the Cavs has a sports facility or sports arm. So they're one of our partners, as well as one of the local tennis agents who has pickleball players in their stable, have formed a partnership of the three of those companies. So you've got some professional entities that brought in some professional players last year as a promotion. And I tell you, you think you're good until you see some of those guys that just don't miss. I mean, they're dropping the ball from the back line perfectly, consistently. And it's very humbling to watch the pros play, for sure.
Oh, definitely make it look so easy. And then when you get out there, you're like, how come I can't hit that third shot drop like the same? How come I can't hit that? I can't dink as sharp as that angle that most people
Right.
have. I mean, it's just amazing to see them at work. So, and definitely we have some high level professional players as well as a team of people, facilitating and managing this whole process. So that's going to be exciting. All right, Bruce. It seems like you've had a great first year, and I'm pretty sure you've learned a lot. So I'm curious to know, what have you learned from last year's tournament that allows you to make this year's tournament even better?
One of the main things, Damian, that we learned was the importance of making the flow of the tournament very efficient. So when a team is done with their game, they don't have a long wait for their next game. So they're not cooling off, they're not settling down. They maintain their energy and their momentum. And one of the ways we've done that is taking a court monitor who is a volunteer who knows the game, and we'll take them in a pod of 4 courts and have all the predetermined sheets of who plays whom in order, so that everybody kind of stays in that area. So when the game's over, you got the next 2 people, they come out on the court, they play, the other 2 split up, they go to their next court. So they're very efficient in using their time, and it therefore is a lot more fun and it's more efficient, and you stay on schedule. So that's been the biggest, in addition to the new court surface that we put on the 24 courts. And we have found that there's been a lot of interest in how we're improving from one year to the next.
Just to add on to that, or just to continue in that same line of thinking, is there any implementation of special technology that you're going to use to alert some players when they're up? I know there's different types of technologies out there, so I'm curious to know if you're using that, or are you just directing people to watch the monitors to let them know when they're up and when they're next?
And that's a good point. And we looked at the cell phone technology, and we looked at different things, and we had walkie-talkies last year. But what we really have found successful, and we just finished up with the Pan Am games from people all over the world that had pickleball, is that when you have these pods of 3 or 4 courts, depending on how many people are in the bracket, if it's 12 or 16, they'll all stay right there. They won't be spread out through the whole convention center. They're right there because they know it's efficient. They're going to be coming up next. So they don't want to run off and be where we have to find them with technology. They're right there with the court monitor, and they know they're going to be coming up on court 6 next. So hang close and be ready. And they do, because they don't want to miss it.
Great.
So we've had a lot of success with the court monitor and being right there on the courts where those guys are playing. And it's centralized. It's not like they play a game on court 2, then they got to run over to court 8, and then they're back at court 21. All of their games are on those 3 or 4 courts that are assigned to that level and that age bracket.
Smart. Seems like you put in a lot of thought and planning into that. And I'm curious to know, in order to really successfully manage all of this, it takes a solid team of volunteers to really push through everything and make sure everything is running smoothly. So I'm curious to know if somebody who has tournament experience is interested in volunteering, are there any volunteer opportunities at Pickle in the Land to help out, to make sure this runs smoothly? And what are those opportunities?
Yes, there are. There's a lot of them. The one that I like to do when I'm not playing is the court monitor. There's help with the registration when people show up. There's help with selling the merchandise. And any interested volunteer can go to the website for the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission, and they have a tab for volunteering. And clicking on that tab would then give you different options, because these guys are pros at multiple sports. NCAA cross country was just here. And you go down to Pickle in the Land, it'll have these options for you, and you can pick the day, pick a half a day, whatever's convenient for you. And we definitely encourage volunteers, because we need them to be successful.
Excellent. And last question, and I have to ask this because usually players, they definitely want to know, does this affect their Duper rating or their PRT? Like what type of rating system are you using to kind of put people in particular matches?
We are using the Duper rating system, and they're monitoring it, because none of us like anybody that sandbags a level. So they're looking it up, and if you're a 3-5 guy and you signed up at 3-0, they're going to move you. They're policing it so that they have a level playing field, and everybody appreciates that extra effort, because it's not a lot of fun to get into your level and have somebody sandbagging a higher level, and defeats the whole purpose. So they put the time into researching it and checking it. And actually, I got an email this morning that was blast to everybody that if we find that you're mislabeled, we will move you.
Excellent. So, people want to hear that for sure. That's the number one complaint. I think that's the number 1 or number 2 complaint. I think the number 1 complaint is bathrooms.
Yeah.
You guys gonna have bathrooms there?
This is a international convention center. The room is like a huge cave, and they've got bathrooms on every wall. But I would add, Damian, that our number 1 issue is wanting to make it the most efficient experience as humanly possible. Perfect. Because I've been to tournaments where you wait an hour between a game, and at my age, I don't need to cool down and wait, because then I'm sore, tired, tight. And we have dedicated a lot of energy to making this thing more efficient. And the results are showing with the court monitors, and the Pan Am games ran like a Swiss watch. So we're looking forward to no lags between games.
Well, I can't wait to be there. I'm excited. I'm going to try to get some time up there and get the family up there too. I really appreciate you taking the time out today to share with us a little bit about Pickle and Land tournament. Are there any final bits of information you want to share with us before you finish up on this talk?
Well, I would just encourage people to think of making a weekend out of it. It's not coming in and playing for half a day on Saturday and going home, especially if you're traveling. There, Cleveland is a cool place to visit, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, arts, the musical area is like #2 in the country behind New York. The Broadway shows. So there's really a strong opportunity to make a weekend out of it and see a city that's getting a better rap every day and on the upswing. And people that come to Cleveland are surprised how nice it is. So I would say make a weekend of it and enjoy the tournament, enjoy the people, enjoy the Midwest, and make a memory. Make some memories.
Okay, so we know what we're getting ourselves into. We understand that you're taking what you did last year and making it even better this year. All the amenities are there. It's a great city. Where do people register? How do they get themselves involved in being a part of this awesome tournament?
They have their website at www.pickleintheland.com. And it's so easy to register. Even at my age, I was able to register, and it popped up, and I got my partner in, and we're good to go. And we want to get some more participants so that everybody's making a good Cleveland memory.
Well, thank you again for taking some time out of your day. Share with us about this amazing event. My family and I look forward to taking a visit and viewing all the fun activities in Cleveland, as well as stopping by and showing my 2 young boys who are pickleball up and coming professionals. I'd say that to check out this great tournament. Again, this is Damian Donaldson. We're signing out. If you're interested in learning more about BLVE Live Sports, or if you're interested in joining us again on the next Hot Seat episode, please make sure that you tune in. We look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Thanks, Damian.